What would you say about the job Mikel Arteta's done at Arsenal?
I think it's an amazing job. Sometimes the coaches are just judge about the titles, but what he has been doing in Arsenal, I think, is amazing. He transformed the team. He bought some of youngsters that now are the big talents in this country. I hope to have the same mindset that he had in the difficult moments, because I followed the Premier League for a long time. I think it's a very good characteristic in Mikel. So I think he's doing a great job.
And it was a great example of a football club keeping faith in the manager, because he had one season when it went down, but they stuck with it.
Yeah, that is also always important for a coach to have that confidence, but we have to acknowledge that Manchester United is a little bit different. All the attention that you guys putting here all the time, so I know that that sometimes is not possible to have all that time. So we will try to manage that and try to do things a little bit more fast, knowing that. Here is a massive attention and massive judgment every day.
Hi Ruben, I know it's still a month away, but you're bound to have had discussions. Do you expect or do you want to do anything in the January transfer window in terms of bringing players in possibly?
No, we didn't think about that because we have so much games, but it's something when the window opens we can do something. I don't know, I have to talk with Dan about that, with the board, but in this moment the focus is try to win some games and to put this team in a better position in all competitions. So we'll have time to do that, but we'll see what happens in January.
Hi. Ahmad's got 1 year left on his contract, it's up in the summer, and we've got an extension option. Would you get involved in something like that, and what do you think of Ahmad's long-term future?
I think he wants to stay, and we want him to stay, so that is clear, and we will find a solution.
And his role has been wing-back so far. We've seen him as a number 10. Do you think he can play in different positions? Yes. I think he's one of the great advantages of Ahmad. He's very good, for me, he's very good playing in that position, but also playing between the lines, because he has a good control and he seems faster with the ball than without the ball. So it's something that he has, and he is capable of playing in both positions. And he can play in different systems. So in the future we will play in the different system maybe. So it's that kind of player that we need in the team.
Dave, you've been here 3 weeks today. How would you assess the progress made in those 3 weeks? Has it surprised you? Are you where you thought you'd be? How would you gauge it in terms of where you and your team, your coaching staff are, and the players are? Are you where you want to be?
We don't have much time. I'm pleased not. Of course, we had a draw in Ipswich. I'm pleased with the next 2 games. The results was really good. I felt an improvement, a big improvement since Ipswich for the Europa League game, and that also maybe because the team is different. Okay, the intensity of the pressure was different, so allow us to control more the game. This game was also different with a very good result, but we had some problems in the first half, the middle of the first half. So we are doing okay in results. We are improving slowly, but we don't have training. So I'm very pleased with all the work and the effort that the players are doing in this moment.
Paul, just go back to Ahmad again, Ruben. You got lots of options for that right wing back slot. Why did you pick Ahmad for that role? Because before he was very attack minded winger, and now he's got to do both sides of the job. Because
of his left foot, is sometimes in that position, the way he receives the ball, if you are right-footed, sometimes you don't have the space to come inside. But we have, for example, Mazraoui and Dalot can go inside because they are fast and strong with the ball. But we chose Ahmad to have 1-against-1 outside, and that is very important to break some pressures, and especially high pressures. And he has that ability. And then in that position, you need to have a good physicality. When I say good physicality, it's not the size, obviously, but he can run, and that is a key point in that position. So you try to choose players that you can put in that position, and then the technical characteristics and the tech is perfect for him.
Chris.
Hi, Ruben. You mentioned before the attention that you get here, and you mentioned about the meeting today and the size of this club. You've been here for 3 games now. You obviously knew coming into this job it was a very big job. Did it surprise you just how big it really is?
A little bit, because you don't know how is life in this kind of club. So it's always a surprise. I think I can manage that, but you have to do so much more than coach the team. So you improve and other things in yourself as a coach. You have to manage the time in a different way. You have less time to prepare the games, not just because you are playing after 2 days, but also because you have a lot to do. I can say it was a little bit surprise, but at the same time I was expecting something different.
And can I ask you, I presume that you watched the Arsenal Sporting game recently, the 5-1. Does that game underline to you how hard it will be on Wednesday? What did you learn from that game that could help you maybe?
I already knew it. Arsenal this year, they play a little bit different. They are more fluid. You cannot, for example, 2 years ago when we faced them with Sporting, you knew how to press because they were you can understand better the structure. Now it's more fluid with Calafiori in Timber in different size, one coming inside, the other going outside. Also, Odegaard changed the team, and you can feel it during this season. So you can take something from that game, especially because I know so well the opponent, so you can understand the weakness of that team. But every game is different, so you take something, but you already know that you are going to face a very good team.
Last question, Rob.
You've been really clear about sort of playing down expectations very early on. This is going to be a long-term project. Even after your Sporting team beat City, you were very keen to kind of play it all down. But if your United team go to Arsenal on Wednesday and win, do you feel you may struggle to kind of keep a lid on those expectations? Because there's going to be a lot of Man United fans who are very, very excited about what maybe this team can achieve in the immediate sort of short term as well.
I would like to say different things, but I have to say it again. The storm will come. I don't know if you use that expression, but we are going to have difficult moments, and we will be found out in some games. And I know that because I'm knowing my players, and I know football, and I follow football. So I understand the difference between the teams. And we are in the point that we are putting simple things in the team without training. And you feel it. In this game against Everton, they changed a little bit the way they were building up. They are very good teams. And we were with a lot of problems because we cannot change it by calling one thing to the captain. So we don't have this training. So let's focus on each game, on the performance, what we have to improve, trying to win games, and that is the focus. I know it's really hard to be a Manchester United coach and say these things in press conference. We want to win all the time, no matter what. We are going to try to win, but we know that we are in a different point if you compare to Arsenal. So it is what it is, and we will try to win it, and we will go with confidence to win, but we know that we need to play very well to win the next football match.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.